In today's video, we are going to talk about Active Directory tutorial for help desk and technical support. Myself Mohammed Zubair, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So without any further ado, let's get started. Well, Active Directory is a service or it's a container that stores the data objects on your local network environment, and the service records the data on different users, devices, application, groups, and devices in some hierarchical structures. You can also create some users, your different groups, your different devices like printers, etc. The structure of the data makes it possible to find the details of resources that are connected to the network from one location. In short, I would say that Active Directory acts like a phone book for your network and helps you so that you can look up and manage devices, resources easily that you create. You can create different users, you can have different groups, and those users can be a part of different groups. Even those groups can be a part of different other groups as well. I'll show you everything that if you are a help desk person or a technical support person, how you can manage everything. First of all, at the moment, I'm using Windows Server 2022. This is my server manager, and first of all, I will change its name. As you can see, the name is a bit complicated. So for that purpose, I'll use a utility, or you can say a command of my command prompt. So I'll search for sconfig. So here we have our command. I will just run this command, and with the help of this command, we will change the name of our computer. So here we have different things that we can perform with this sconfig command. We only want to change the name of our computer, that is why I'll go with the option number 2. Hit enter, and now we can rename it. I will rename it as DC01. DC mean domain controller. Hit enter, and it will change the computer name, and we need to restart our system so that our changes can take place permanently. So we are done with the restart of our system. Now let's see if we have the change named or not. So I'll again go to my local server, and here you can see we have DC01 as a computer name. So we are good to go. Now it's time to add roles and features. For that purpose, go to your manage section, and from here click on add roles and features. It will open a window like this. This is just a message window, or you can say information window. You can skip this window by clicking this checkbox, and next time this window will not appear. Just click on next. From here you have two types of installation available. Either you can go with role-based or feature-based installation, or you can go with remote desktop service installation that will install the required role services for virtual desktop environment or infrastructure. Most of the time, you should go, and you will be needing to go role-based or feature-based installation. So that is why I'll do the same, and I'll just click on next. From here, this is some information, and it says name, IP address, and operating system. And here, just click on next. From here, we have to select the roles for our server that we want to keep. I'll go with the Active Directory domain services, and these are the features that will get added on their own. So just click on add features, and after that I also want to have DNS server. So I'll check this one as well, and these will also get added. So just click on add features and ignore this message. Just click on continue, and now click on next. This is the information about .NET framework that will get installed. We'll go with the latest one and the default one. So just click on next and do not do anything. From here, again click on next, again click on next. And at the end, we have the confirmation. At the top, we have a checkbox that says restart the destination server automatically if required. So just check this one, click on yes. After that, scroll down, and here we have all the information that we are going to get. So just click on install now, and now it will start the process of its installation. After we are done with the installation, there are some other configuration that we also need to do. So we will wait for this installation to complete, and then we'll move towards the configuration that are needed to be done. So we are done with the installation here, as it says installation succeeded on DC01, and it also says configuration required. So if you see at the top, we have a warning message. So I will just close this one, and I will open this warning, and here it says promote this server to a domain controller. So it means we need to click on it and we have to configure it. So we will add a new forest in here. Just click on this one and add a root domain name in here. I will write here skillsbuild.com. One thing needs to be clear here, and that is this is a local domain. You cannot access it with the help of internet from outside. After that, just click on next. Now from here, we need to set the password for our domain that we have just created. So I will just write a password in here and make sure you remember this password because there are very few ways that you can use to recover this password. After that, just click on next and ignore this warning and just click on next simply. Now it will verify the NetBIOS name assigned to the domain and change if it is necessary. Basically, it will change the domain name that we have just created or that we have just assigned to our new domain. So we have to wait for it. So again, the verification is completed and this is the same domain name that we had given earlier. After that, just click on next. These are the different paths and you should not be concerned about anything and just click on next in here. After that, we have some of the information, or you can say this is the review of everything that we have done till now. After that, just click on next and now it will have the prerequisite check. If there is an issue, it will let you know here. Yes, we might have some of the warnings, but we can ignore all of them and we can move ahead. So here we have 3 warnings and at the end it says all prerequisite checks passed successfully. Click install to begin installation. It means there is nothing that is harmful or that can harm the installation process. So we are good to go. So I'll just click on install and the process has just started. Now it will install everything into our system and then we'll move ahead. So we are done with everything and all the installation processes. Now the system will get shut down and it will restart. So we will wait for it and after that we'll be able to add different kind of users, assign them different resources and many more things. So we are back with another restart and now we will log in into our system. So I will press Ctrl Alt plus Delete to unlock my screen. So from here, as you can see, now we have 2 accounts. First one was the other user and this one is the latest one that we had created. So we will log in with this account. Now I will write the password in here. And now if I go to my tools this time, here you can see we have a lot of things related to Active Directory like Active Directory Administrative Center, Domains and Trust, module for Windows PowerShell, sites and services, users and computers. We are concerned with users and computer. Let's say someone asks you to reset their password, assign them some resource from the system, or they want to be added in some group. So that means you have to work with Active Directory users and computers. It does not have anything to do with administrative, domain, module, or any other thing. You have to go with users and computers. In fact, more than 95% of the time, everything will be done from Active Directory users and computers. So we'll do the same and I will just click on this one. This will open up something like this. Here we have saved queries. We are not concerned with this one. And here we have our domain. If you remember, we named it as Skills Build. So just click on this one and it will open everything related to it. If you go with view option in here and click on advanced feature, it will show you all the advanced features as well. But I'll stick with the normal features. Before we move ahead, let me resize this. So here we have different kinds of folders like built-in, computers, domain controllers, foreign security principles, then we have managed service accounts and users. And the type of each folder is different. For example, the built-in one is built-in domain, then computers are container, and domain controllers are organizational. I will resize it again. And the main difference between organizational unit and container is you cannot apply your group policies on your container-based folders, but on organizational unit, you can apply your group policies. We will do the same. Well, in the built-in, if you just double click on it, these are different groups that are there by default. If you go into your computers, any computer that you will add into your Active Directory will be added into this section. Then you have your domain controllers, and after that you have your foreign security principle. You are not concerned with this one. Then you have your managed services, and at the end we have our users. Well, we have some of the pre-made users, and any new user that we will create and we will add into our resources will be available in here. So I'll just click on my domain here, and now this time I'll show you that how you can create a new user into your Active Directory. So there are two ways. First one is right click on your domain name, and from here go to new and click on user, or make sure you have selected your domain name, and then in this window right click here, go to new and click on user. Now here we have to add some information. So the first name of the user will be Zubair, and the initial will be A, and the last name will be Aslam. After that, you have to choose a user login name. I will write here as zubair.aslam, and here we have user login name pre-Windows 2000. It means this login name is compatible with all the Windows Server versions till 2000. So just click on next from here, and from here give the password to your newly created user. I will write the password for this new user. I will confirm my password. And down here we have some of the options. For example, here it says user must change password at next login. It means we are creating this user and we will hand this password to that user, and we want him to change the password and keep its own password, because it's a better thing to do in terms of security perspective, because now the user will be responsible to keeping its data safe as he has his own password. After that, you have an option that says user cannot change password, but we want user to change the password, so we will leave it. But I want the password for this user to expire after some time. By doing so, our user will have to change password after some time. At the end, the last option is account is disabled. I will leave this option as it is as well. So just click on next. Here we have the summary of all the information. So just click on finish and we are good to go. So here we have our user that we had just created. Just double click on it or right click on it and go to its properties. Here we have all the information related to this particular user. Member of, it means this user is member of these groups. Then you have your remote desktop services, accounts, then you have your profile, telephone, organization, and you have everything that is related to this particular user. In the general section, you can change everything from here. You can have the description, his office, his telephone number, email, web page, etc. and etc. I'll go to the member of section, and in here, if you want to add this user to a particular group, we can do so. So for that purpose, just click on add, and in here, just write the name of the group in which you want to add this particular user. I will write here domain admins, and if I click on check names, it will check if any group with this name exists or not. Yes, we do have a group with the name of domain admins. So just click on OK, and now this user is part of these two groups. And now if I go to my users here, and here we have domain admin group that is available and exists. So I'll go back, and in case if you want to remove this user from any group, just click on that particular group, let's say group admins, and then just click on remove and click on yes. And now this user is no more part of that particular group. Just click on apply, click on OK, and we are good to go. I'll go back to my domain name, I'll just click on it, and here we have our user. And now I will log out to my system and I will log in back as this user. So I will just sign out of my administrator account. So I will just click on sign out and I will log in as other user, and the username is zubair.aslam, and now I will enter the password for that user. Hit enter, and here it says the user's password must be changed before signing in, because if you remember, we went with that option and we wanted the user to have its own password. So I will just click on OK, and here I will have a new password. I will confirm it as well, and then we will move ahead with signing in this system. So just click on this arrow button and password has been changed. Click on OK, again click on OK, and now we have to enter the password. So we are back into our system, and now let's move ahead. And now let's see how we can create different groups and how we can add different users into different groups. And I'll also show you that how you can add different groups into different groups. So go to tools again, click on Active Directory users and computers. Let me maximize this one. I will resize everything in here. And now if I click on my domain name and from here go to new, and this time I will just click on group. You can name it anything. Let's say your organization have different kinds of department. For example, artificial intelligence is one of them. So I'll just name it as AI. After that, you can have the scope of your group: domain local, global, universal, or you also have the group type. I'll go with domain local in terms of my group scope. It means this group will remain on the local level. Anything outside from this server or outside this organization will not be able to access this group. So just click on OK, and we have successfully created a new group. Here you can see. Now I will just double click on it, and here we have the information that we can add and we can access. If you click on the members, at the moment we do not have any member of this particular group. To add some members and users, click on add, and from here you can look for any user. I will write here Zubair, and if I click on check names, yes, we do have a user with the name of zubair.a.aslam. Just click on OK, and this user have been added into this group. After that, just click on apply and click on OK. Now if you double click on your user and if you click on members of, here we have a group with the name of AI that we had just created. So this user is now a member of this particular group. If you want to remove your user from that group, again just click on remove and now click on yes, and now this user is no longer part of that group. I'll go to my AI group and I will check its member. Here you can see we do not have that user. Now I'll show you that how you can move your groups into particular unit. Well, here we have different units. I want to move this one into my users. Either you can just drag and drop it, or you can right click on it and click on move, and then you can select the unit, and in that unit you can drop that group. So I will just drop it into my user folder. I'll just click on OK. After that, if you expand your domain name in here, you can also drag your user, your groups, your resources and many other things, and you can drop them into any of the units in here. But this is not the safest option because the chances of making mistakes are higher with this one. So I leave it as it is, and I would prefer you to use the move method. Now I'll show you that what if a user forgets his password, what if he required some resources, and what if he wants to be a member of a particular group. How you can help that person being a help desk and technical support guy. For that purpose, here we have an option that says find objects in Active Directory domain services. Just click on it, and let's say someone asks you to recover the password or enable his account. For that purpose, you can ask him to tell them your name. So let's say the username is Zubair, and if I click on find now, here we have a user with the name of Zubair. So you can just double click on it, and here you have all the information related to that particular user. Here we have its address, his account, and many other things. Well, in case as he asks you to change his password and unlock his account or enable his account, so you can unlock his account, just click on this option, click on user must change password at next logon. It means the password that you will create now for this particular user will have to recover that password when he will log in into the system. So to reset the user's password, right click on it, and from here click on reset password. From here you can set any new password that will be temporary. Obviously, if you are going with this option that says user must change password at next login, so just have a temporary password. You can transfer that password via email, via phone call, or via SMS, and that person will be able to log in back to the system. In case if user just want to unlock the user's account because he remembers the password but somehow the account got locked, you can just go with this option and click on OK, and now user will be able to access his account. So this is how you can set the information. You can assign different resources. You can add a user to a particular group being a help desk and technical support person. Now these are different organizational unit. Let's say I want to create one more organizational unit. So I will just right click on it. I'll go to my new and I'll go with organizational unit option. I will name it as custom groups. And here it says protect container from accidental deletion. It means it's a layer of protection that will prevent you deleting this group accidentally. Click on OK and we have a new group in here. If you go into your users, here if you remember we moved our AI group. Now I will right click on it, I'll click on move and I will move it into my custom groups folder. I'll just click on OK. Now if I go to my custom groups, here I have my AI group, I will just double click on it. Now I will add this group into another group. Earlier I have shown you that how you can add a person into a group or a user into a group. Now I will add a group into a group. So I will just click on add and here you can write the name of the group in which you want to add this particular group. After that you are good to go. So I'll just close this one, I'll close this one as well. Now if I right click on this one and I click on delete, if I click on yes, I'll not be able to delete this particular group because it is protected from accidental deletion. So what if actually I want to delete this group? How can I do that? Well, for that purpose, go to view option and click on advanced features. After that, right click on your unit that you had created. From here, go to its properties. Now we will have more options, like now we have object tab as well and some other. I will just click on object and here we have the option that says protect object from accidental deletion. Uncheck it, click on apply, click on OK. And now if I right click on it and if I delete it, click on yes, yes. And now we have successfully deleted that particular organizational unit. Now if I go back to my view and if I click on advanced features, and now if I right click on any of these organizational unit and click on properties, now you can see we do not have those tabs available. So that was all about the users and their group. Now I'll show you that how you can create a folder, or let's say you are asked to create a folder where every user in your organization can have their resources, or you are asked to put a particular resource in a particular shared folder that is accessible to all the user in organization. So for that purpose, I will right click here, I'll click on new, and in here, I'll click on shared folder. And this folder will be accessible to everyone. So I will just name it as shared. And for network path, we have to add the path here. So I'll just go to my file explorer and in here, I'll go to my this PC, I'll open my C drive and in here, I'll create a new folder. Let's say I want to name it as skills build folder and hit enter. So this is the folder that I want to share with all the users and all the groups in my organization. Now right click on this folder, go to its properties and from here go to sharing, click on share and in here write the name of the group or write the name of the person with whom you want to share this folder. I will write here domain admins, hit enter. Yes, we do have domain admins available. I will just click on this drop down arrow and I want them to have the access to read and write this particular shared folder. After that, just click on share and now this folder will be shareable with all the domain admins into my organization in my Active Directory. I will just click on done and we are good to go. And now if I go to a path which is // DC01 / and we had a folder with the name of skills build folder. So I will just select this one, hit enter and I will copy this path and I will just cross this window. I will paste the address in here and I will just click on OK. Now this folder will be available and accessible to all the group admins into my organization. So this is how you can create different shared resources and different shared folders and you can share them in organization. If I go to its properties, here I can have its description, here I have managed by, you can have its name, you can change it and you have some other information. I'll just click on OK. Now I'll show you that how you can create a printer or how you can add a printer into your Active Directory and how all of the member and all of the users group can access that shared printer. So right click here, go to your new, click on printer. And this time you have to write the path of your printer. But as I am using this server into my VMware or virtual machine, that is why I do not have any attached printer. But in your case, you can find that printer into your settings, go to your devices, scroll down, and here you will have your devices and printers. And in that, you can find the path of the printer that you want to attach with your Active Directory. So from here, you can copy the path of your printer and you can paste it into this one. And after that, you just need to click on OK and you are good to go. And with that, we are done for today's video. So basically, I have stuck with the basic things that are required and that are needed to run Active Directory and to use Active Directory into any of your Windows Server Manager. And I hope now you know that how you can use Active Directory as a help desk or a technical support person. And if that is the case, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon along with it. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.